Hello everybody, welcome to my channel again and thank you so much for watching. This is a start of my first readings for each zodiac sign for October 2015. I am going to use two decks. This will be the Psychic Tarot and Angel cards. These readings are going to be slightly different than what I normally do when I see a client. When I see a client, I do not use any tools. I will have a grandma come through, mother come through, a dog come through, my guide will come through. So the mediumship readings that I do are very individual based on one-on-one situation. That is not really possible to do as a general reading for a lot of people at the same time. Therefore, I have to resort to using some tools such as cards. I will still have my guide who will be telling me additional information pertaining to the cards that I draw. Also, because I don't typically read cards, I am going to use my these readings and these cards very intuitively. In other words, I may not feel a certain meaning pertaining to a card as it would be described in a book, for example. So one reader may interpret Chariot one way, I may interpret Chariot another way. This is going to be purely based on what I'm hearing and my intuition. So the description of a card may not be the same as per book. Nonetheless, it's going to be what I hear. Okay, so I'm going to get started. I'm going to take one card from the Angel deck, and we're doing Aquarius. And what I was drawn to do is pick a card from the Angel deck that signifies the overall theme, okay? So what do we need to know as an overall theme for Aquarius for the month of October 2015? Okay, so I'm being told to stop shuffle, cut the deck in half, and take one from the right. Okay, so top one it is. All right. Next, we're going to use the Psychic Tarot cards, and I'm going to pick 5 cards. What does Aquarius need to know for the month of October? What does Aquarius need to know for the month of October? A card fell out, and I'm going to pick that as the first card. Second, and stop shuffling, and 3 from top. So we're going to pick it up. Okay. So I don't know what it is yet. I didn't see it. So first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Okay, so each of the cards represent a time frame, so to speak. So the first card represents the present, but let's start with the Angel cards. So the overall theme, what I pulled was, and I can't turn the cards on. Oh, come on. Okay, so what I pulled was 3 of Water, okay, upside down. However, what I'm being told is not to read the Angel cards upside down, so I'm going to flip. And the card says a celebration, a wedding, graduation, birth, announcement. They need to have fun. So this is an overall theme for October. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for more guidance of what this is pertaining to. As I'm hearing more information, it's very important to note that this is a very general reading. It may apply to some of you, it may apply to a lot of you, but not necessarily to all of you. Sometimes certain months things will apply to you a lot, and sometimes they'll apply to you a little bit. So it just depends, because we're covering a whole bunch of different people in different situations. So what I'm being told by this through this card, the 3 of Water, there's a situation that has been in the works, so to speak, and I want to say a period of 3 years, and I'm actually seeing a person graduating. First I saw a male and then I saw a female. Now this is not a graduation time. October is not a time for graduation, but this is pertaining to some kind of graduation of some situation in one's life. I also see that this situation pertains to a younger person more so than an older person. And I want to say 20s, and the age of 27 comes very prominent to me, and age 34. So 27, 34, around that age bracket. I also want to say this is pertaining to someone who is studying in the area of law and medicine. Not together, obviously, but somebody's law, somebody's medicine. Okay, what else do I see? This can also signify weddings, but that is not what I get with this card. At this particular time, I do get this graduation. Now, keep in mind, this graduation may not be your typical graduating high school, well, not high school, graduating college or university. This could very well be that somebody has been working on a degree for quite some time, and it could be on part-time basis, and they have reached a point where they were able to get it finished, because what I'm hearing is a finished project, okay? It is also celebration of some kind of project pertaining to work. And what I'm being shown is a project has been going, and I'm seeing the number of 5. This could be a period of 5 months or 5 years. Could be 5 weeks, but I'm drawn more towards 5 months and 5 years. A project is coming to an end, and I'm seeing this being tied up by a bow. To me, that signifies an ending, and a positive ending. And what I'm also seeing is I'm hearing the word celebration, and I'm seeing people cheering. This is very much a business-oriented environment. I see men and women in suits, and there is a party or celebration of something achieved, okay? And I feel like this has been a uphill, not battle, but it has been a road, a treacherous road, I hear, that has taken a lot out of people, a lot of blood and tears and sweat. So something about work coming into culmination and celebration around that. Okay, so that's the general theme. Now, present. What do we have in present? We have suffering and silence, okay? But it's upside down. So I'm going to see what this card tells me. Okay, so what I'm being shown, I'm being drawn to the work environment, this celebration pertaining to work. Whoever you are and whatever project you have been working on, I feel like you have been working on it behind closed doors. And what I mean by that is you have been responsible for a good chunk of this project coming into fruition, and you have put in a lot of hours and a lot of effort and a lot of energy. And not everyone necessarily involved in the project or involved around you knows exactly how much energy you have put into it. Excuse me. What I'm also being shown that whoever you are quite humble, and you're not want to go, oh my God, I spent so much time doing this or that. You're kind of holding that back, but because of how much you've had to put into it to make it work, I feel that other parts of your life have suffered. And actually what I'm seeing is I'm seeing you work, and there's not a lot of anything other than that, social, family, or otherwise, because I see work, I see long hours, I see work being working in the office, dark outside, long hours, but I'm not seeing much of the social aspect on the side. Okay, so the suffering and silence to me means you have done a lot of work and you haven't necessarily spoke about how much time and effort you actually had put into it. However, what I'm being just shown is that it will come out in the end. There are people who have noticed and have known that you have put in a lot of effort. They may not necessarily have said anything, but I feel there's a celebratory situation happening, and people coming up to you, congratulating you, and also saying, I know how much time and effort you have put in, and I see the pat in the back. Okay? Number 2, past. Rest and rejuvenate. Well, it's upside down. So what this tells me ties in very much into this, suffering in silence, is that over the last little while, you have not had a lot of time for rest and rejuvenation. And this is very closely connected to this work situation. And I don't know why I'm being drawn to this project for most of this reading. This is very work related, very business related to me. So, you know, time for rest and rejuvenation wasn't there. I feel like now you're going with a white flag. Okay, I'm done. I give up. It's over with. And I feel like a lot of burden is now leaving you, meaning you go like this. It's done. Okay, so that's in the past. Now, your immediate future, what I get is patience, okay? Now, interestingly enough, patience is upside down. When I want to talk about patience, it tells me that though you have been very patient throughout the process, you had to be, your patience is now running low. You've put in your hours, you've put in your work. If anybody asks you to do some more, I don't think you'll be as happy as to be patient. It's very much a feeling of, you know what, I've done my work, I've done more than my share, God only knows. Don't ask me to put more work and effort into it. I'm kind of done right now. And you know what? It's okay. Speak your truth. Don't have patience. Just be gentle about it, okay? Now, distant past. Fertility, okay? What this tells me, and again, this is very much connected to this project, work, business. This project means a lot. It is full of opportunities. It is full of things attached to it that will have extremely wonderful impact to you. So the project itself was very fertile. That's the best way I can describe it. It is full of possibilities. Now that it's over, it's full of, that it's done, it's full of possibilities. And there's very much a sense that you've worked on something for a long time. You've worked really hard, little rest. Now you're releasing it because it is finished. But it's not finished. It's just another stage of this project that is going to take off. And because of this, because of the takeoff, so to speak, other opportunities are going to come as a result of it and as a result of your hard work. So I see this project being very fertile to you down the road. It has a lot of potential and possibilities stemming from it. I hope that makes sense to some of you. I would love to have some kind of a feedback. Now, your distant future is rejoice in celebration, but it's upside down. So I'm going to ask why this is upside down. Okay, what I'm hearing is that the rejoice in celebration is short-lived. And the reason why I'm hearing this is because what they're showing me is soon after the celebratory time is over, you're going to be presented with yet another project. So it feels very much like this is a pause, but it's not going to be a long pause, okay? Whatever it is that you do, whatever work you're involved in, whatever business it is that you're involved in, it feels very project oriented, and this is significant